Angie Dickinson, as Pepper Anderson in Policewoman, shattered norms and set a new standard for female roles on television. Her character's actions both on and off the screen sparked widespread public reaction, with some expressing disapproval while others celebrated the change she represented. This series not only entertained, but also initiated conversations about women's roles in society during its run from 1974 to 1978. In the 1974 television series Policewoman, Pepper Anderson is portrayed by Angie Dickinson as a dedicated and skilled undercover police officer. She is a key member of the Criminal Conspiracy Unit, where she takes on various covert roles to infiltrate criminal organizations and solve complex cases. Her work often places her in dangerous situations, requiring quick thinking and a strong resolve. Pepper's character is shown to have a profound commitment to her duty, often going above and beyond to ensure justice is served. Working closely with Sergeant William Crowley, they form a dynamic team, with Crowley providing guidance and support to Pepper's field operations. The series showcases Pepper's growth as a law enforcement officer and her adaptability in various challenging scenarios, highlighting the risks and rewards of undercover police work. In the 1974 television series Policewoman, the character commonly known as Pepper has a legal name that is a subject of debate. While some sources claim her name is Suzanne, others suggest it is Leanne. However, in the pilot episode of the series, she is referred to as Lisa Beaumont. This discrepancy in her name has led to discussions among fans and researchers of the show, yet it adds to the depth of her character as an undercover police officer. The ambiguity surrounding her legal name may serve as a reflection of her enigmatic and adaptable nature in her role within the police force. Policewoman, a pioneering television series that aired in 1974, marked a significant shift in the portrayal of women on the small screen. The show was a trailblazer, featuring a strong female lead character who was a professional in law enforcement, a role traditionally reserved for men. This was a bold move for the time, as it challenged the prevailing norms and stereotypes about the capabilities and roles of women in society. The lead character, Sergeant Pepper Anderson, played by Angie Dickinson, was not just a sidekick or a secondary character. She was the central figure of the show, depicting a competent and determined police officer. This representation was crucial in changing public perception and inspiring a generation of women to consider careers in law enforcement and other fields that were once considered male-dominated. The success and popularity of Policewoman demonstrated that audiences were ready to embrace such dynamic characters, and it opened the door for future television shows and films to feature more diverse and empowered female roles. The series not only entertained, but also contributed to a broader cultural conversation about gender roles and equality. It holds a place in television history for its groundbreaking approach to showcasing a woman in a position of authority and action, setting a precedent for many shows that followed. Angie Dickinson, who was over 40 years old at the start of the television series Policewoman, brought with her a significant background in film. Her career in cinema was highlighted by her performance in Howard Hawks' Rio Bravo in 1959, which garnered her considerable attention. Following her success in film, she made a transition to television, where she took on the role of Sergeant Suzanne Pepper Anderson in Policewoman. This character became one of the first female leads in a dramatic television series, paving the way for future shows to feature women in roles of authority. Dickinson's portrayal of a woman in a traditionally male-dominated profession not only reflected the changing societal attitudes of the time, but also established her as a pioneering figure in television history. The television series Policewoman, which aired in 1974, became a subject of public discourse due to its portrayal of certain social issues. One episode in particular, titled Flowers of Evil, became the center of attention and criticism. This episode depicted characters that were considered offensive by gay rights organizations. The backlash was significant enough that the national broadcasting company, known as NBC, decided to stop broadcasting this particular episode. This incident is reflective of the broader societal challenges and sensitivities of that era, particularly concerning the representation of marginalized communities in media. The response from these groups and the subsequent actions taken by NBC demonstrate the evolving understanding and acceptance of diverse narratives in television during the 1970s. Angie Dickinson's role in the 1974 television series Policewoman had a significant influence on the portrayal of women in television particularly in roles that were traditionally male-dominated. As the lead character, her performance was pioneering for its time and opened the door for future television series to feature women in roles of authority and strength. Her character was not only central to the show's narrative, but also served as an inspiration for many women, leading to a noticeable increase in the number of applications from women wanting to join law enforcement agencies. This shift marked a change in the cultural landscape, where women saw new possibilities for themselves in professions that were once considered beyond their reach. The success of Policewoman and Dickinson's compelling performance paved the way for other popular shows like Charlie's Angels, which also highlighted women in powerful and dynamic roles. Dickinson's impact through her role in Policewoman was profound, as it challenged and changed public perceptions about the capabilities and roles of women in society and professional environments. The television series Policewoman aired in 1974 and quickly became a significant part of American culture. Its influence was so profound that President Gerald Ford, who was in office at the time, became an avid viewer. His appreciation for the show was such that he would rearrange his presidential duties to ensure he did not miss an episode. This level of endorsement from the president highlighted the show's widespread appeal and cultural importance. It was not just entertainment, it was a program that even the President of the United States prioritized in his personal schedule, reflecting the show's impact on viewers across the nation. The television series Policewoman, which aired in 1974, gained significant popularity and recognition partly due to the appearances of well-known actors in various episodes. The inclusion of Larry Hagman, Adam West, and Patty Duke as guest stars brought a unique dynamic to the show. Each episode featuring these actors provided viewers with familiar faces, adding a layer of excitement and variety to the series. Their performances contributed to the episode storylines, often playing characters that were pivotal to the plot of each episode. The presence of such esteemed actors not only attracted their fans to the series, but also added credibility to the show's reputation in the entertainment industry. This strategy of casting recognized talent proved to be beneficial for Policewoman, as it helped to draw in a broader audience, ensuring that the show remained engaging and relevant during its run. Angie Dickinson, known for her role in the 1974 television series Policewoman, had a personal life that was as much in the spotlight as her career. Her relationship with ex-husband Burt Bacharach was particularly noteworthy due to their unconventional living arrangement after their separation. Despite the end of their marriage, they maintained a close and supportive relationship, which was unusual for separated couples, especially in the public eye. This arrangement allowed them to co-parent their daughter, providing a stable family environment. Dickinson's ability to balance her personal challenges with a thriving career in entertainment was observed by both fans and the media, adding another layer to the public's perception of her as not just an actress, but also a person navigating the complexities of life and relationships. The television series Policewoman, which aired in 1974, became a significant turning point in the career of its lead actress, Angie Dickinson. The show was groundbreaking, as it was one of the first to feature a female police officer as the protagonist, which was a rarity at the time. Dickinson portrayed Sergeant Pepper Anderson, an undercover officer working for the Criminal Conspiracy Unit of the Los Angeles Police Department. Her performance was both celebrated and critiqued for the way it blended toughness with femininity, challenging the gender norms of the era. As the series gained popularity, Dickinson's portrayal of Sergeant Anderson brought her a new level of fame. Audiences admired her character's strength and intelligence, and Dickinson quickly became a household name. However, as the series progressed, it increasingly included scenes that were sexualized, which began to overshadow the crime-solving aspects of the show. Dickinson, who had taken the role hoping to break new ground for women on television, found herself at odds with the direction the show was taking. Despite the success and the attention it brought her, Dickinson later expressed that she had reservations about the emphasis on her character's sex appeal. She felt that this focus detracted from the more serious and professional elements of her role. Looking back, Dickinson regretted that the portrayal of Sergeant Anderson in Policewoman might have limited her ability to pursue a wider range of roles. But she reflected on the missed opportunities to explore different characters in stories that could have showcased her acting abilities in a different light. The experience was a lesson in the trade-offs that actors often face when choosing roles that may typecast them, but also provide significant exposure and success. Angie Dickinson, despite her initial hesitations, took on the role of Sergeant Pepper Anderson in the television series Policewoman. This role became a defining part of her career and a notable character in television history. The series, which aired from 1974 to 1978, was a groundbreaking moment for female lead characters in a drama series. Dickinson portrayed a complex character who was both a skilled professional and a woman navigating the challenges of a male-dominated police force.